All right, we are back. Unfortunately, last time at the auctions, we were not able to get anything for the right price. They were all going just a little bit too much and not leaving us much wiggle room, especially in the case of the Type R. I think that ended up going for 5 or 6 grand. So yeah, really not leaving us much wiggle room in terms of fixing the car. So we're back again. We've got a few cars to look at as I go in front of the sun. So yeah, stay tuned. Hopefully we can find a winner this time. All right, first up, it wouldn't be a Project B video without a Suzuki Swift. So right off the bat, we've got a Suzuki Swift. All right, so Suzuki Swifts. This one is extremely dirty. So you can see the dew and my finger, do a little PV so everyone knows that we were here. At a glance, front bumper looks to be fitting okay. You probably saw from the cinematics, maybe not. The front bumper looks like it's just popped out of some clips there, so that would have to be addressed. I did go to unlock it and this is not doing anything, so that's a concern. In terms of like fade on the paint, it doesn't look too bad. I can't actually see any paint fade, just again a lot of dust. We are missing the antenna. Tires, plenty of tread, got drum brakes in the rear so we can't check the pad life. The wheels look like they've been primed. They don't have a decent finish. The front rotors, whoa. This car has been sitting for a while. They've got a little surface corrosion, and we do have some grooving in those front rotors, so we probably have to replace the rotors. It's a bit hard with all the dust being able to see the condition of the bodywork. We do have a dent here, chip of paint there. Wow, you can see like the dust is just piling up here. Yeah, I mean, I feel like a really good wash, a good service, make sure the brakes are okay, and it should be all good. A parcel shelf, got our spare tire. I can't remember because we have owned one of these before if there was meant to be a cover for the tire, but anyway. Oh, midgets. All right. It smells pretty bad in here. Someone has stolen a shift knob. This was like the adapter that you put on for an aftermarket shift knob, which is kind of sad to see. I'll have to check the photos to see if it was actually included in the listing. We've got a weird situation here with the key. I'll set you guys up on the dash. So you guys are probably wondering where Morgan is. He is unfortunately not with us today. So it's just myself. Oh, that works. Accessories, nothing. I don't think it's actually battery. It sounds like the starter's engaging, but it's just not turning. That is very strange. Yeah, I think it's a bad battery. The screens are shimmering. Well, that's annoying. I will actually show you guys though. If you're looking here, it's got this weird cover thing on the key. This is the key that they've given us, and obviously there's no key here, so you have to actually undo it, pull it out, use this key to then go in. So I'm unsure if it has like a proximity sensor or something, so that you don't need to pull the key out and that's just a backup. Because yeah, I think this is dead, and I think the car itself is actually dead. We'll check under the bonnet, and then if we have time at the end, I'll get the guys out to have a look at jump starting this, because it seems like it just needs some battery. All right, so here we are under the hood of the Swift. At a quick glance, seems to be fairly tidy, nothing too bad. Coolant. Ooh, that's some very dark coolant, but it is full. But yeah, obviously we can't really tell much without starting it, but we'll see if we've got some time. If not, yeah, I'll have to take a punt on this one. The auction does say though that it does start and run. So yeah, fingers crossed we've got time, because it doesn't seem too bad. Like a little bit rough, but honestly just a little bit of love, a good wash, and this could be a nice quick easy flip. People do love these cars and they do like to buy them. Seems like it's low on this side, which the tires do look a little bit low, and judging by the rotors, I think the car has actually sat for a little bit, but not too bad, not too bad. We'll head on to the next one, but yeah, promising start. All right, we are at the nicer side of the auction, although it's not too many nice cars here. We have this 5 Series we might be looking at, but we are here to look at our next car, which is this Mercedes C-Class. Right, so unlike the Swift, this looks like it actually has some battery. So we'll go to start her up. Actually, well, unlike Morgan, hopefully don't get copyrighted. Whoever was in this last, definitely love their tunes. Turn the accessories on. Let the car wake up, unlike Morgan, who just starts them straight away. Starts right up. So we got battery, good. I do have to say, Mercedes knocked it out of the park when it comes to this interior. I love this piano black kind of center console. The gauges, quite similar to the A-Class actually. Just noticing there's quite a bit of wearing on the buttons here. Don't even know what they do. Whoop, I just turned it off, my bad. This is a diesel, so it, there we go, found it. That sounds pretty fine. Got more wearing on the buttons here. So this is due for its service in 78 days. We haven't got any lights. Now, we were actually, or when I say we, I was looking at this car about a week ago. It did have a high reserve and it wasn't met, and it seems like this week they've lowered the reserve, so it could be a good win for us. Yeah, interior wise it looks very nice, very nice. But yeah, heated seats, all your seat controls, memory seats, power everything, your assists. And like really, like I think it's a C250, so it's not the base model bare bones, but it's nothing like an S-Class or an E-Class or anything like that. And you've got a bunch of cool stuff. You got this little touchpad thing that you can slide it back and forth. But yes, very impressed with this level, or this series of Mercedes. We've got a nice center console. We did actually have a, I think they call it a F80, or the 3 Series at the similar time, and it was nice. It was an improvement, but I just think the Mercedes had the edge on these cars. But I'll take you outside and we'll have a look around the exterior. But as far as the interior side of things, yeah, they're very good. Again, with this Swift before, unfortunately, it is very dirty. So yeah, it's a bit hard to get a good condition. I have noticed we have got quite a decent paint chip here. So maybe a job for some touch-up paint. The wheels need to be redone. Every single wheel, you've probably seen from the cinematics, has got a nice bit of curb rash on it. This one is pretty bad. The rotors, no lipping, no surface corrosion, so they seem to be pretty good there. Yeah, this wheel's pretty bad as well. We're starting to get a little bit of surface corrosion in on the rotor, so just a quick little drive will sort that up. And these, oh yeah, these are really bad. Whoever was driving this needs to learn how to park, but for the most part, the car's good. Exterior seems good, besides that one little chip. Well, actually, I just noticed someone's keyed the car here. So that'll be a job for cut and polish, maybe some touch-up paint. But yeah, all seems pretty good. I'm unsure if we are meant to have a spare here or a spare kit. There's all the batteries and electronics and fuses and stuff. Well, actually, the battery is probably in one of these side pieces. Everything seems pretty good. It'll just be whether or not we can grab this car. So from the limited research I have done, we're looking anywhere from mid to high 20s, maybe even 30, depending on the condition. This has only done, I think, 120,000 kilometers or 100,000 kilometers. Yeah, so not too bad. I just realized this window's been left up. We'll, just shut those just in case we win it. We don't want weather. Besides the plastic, engine seems to be good. Coolant nice and red, topped up. A little bit of blow by. It is a diesel though, so not too bad. But all in all, seems like a nice car. And like the Mercedes, it does or will tell us if we've got any problems, and we've got 0 messages. So yeah, it's a bit worn. It'll be interesting to see how hard it is to replace these buttons, just because if we were to get it for the prospective buyer, you are looking at this every single time you get in the car, which is not ideal, but a solid choice. Definitely the most solid car today, just because it's started. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we can snag this for our budget. I believe the reserve's around 20 grand, and we're looking at about 24 grand we've got to play with. So yeah, anyway, we'll pack this one up and move on to the next couple. All right, next up, we've got a little bit of a different one. We have got a Mitsubishi Triton. So it was actually one of you guys commented in one of our, I think it was the last video, saying, hey, you guys should try work utes, that you've had success with work utes. So we thought, hey, yeah, that's a good idea, especially at the moment. Cars are slowing, but people still need work utes. So this one caught our eye because it's done a little bit high-ish Ks. I think it's at 200,000, which is quite a bit. We've got a couple little dings. But it is new enough, so we're not looking at something that's old technology. And from as far as I'm aware, we're missing the seat knob thing. As far as I'm aware, Tritons aren't too bad. The only problem with this is you come in the car, just smelling it actually, it's definitely been a smoker. K say 86,000. This is the hard thing with this car, is apparently this car has done 360,000 K. So someone has wound back the odometer. Starts right up perfectly. Looking at the interior, this does not seem like a 300,000 kilometer car. Even like the steering wheel. Now we have had some problems with the car history report in the past, where we've had cars like the Commodore where they think that we've wound down the odometer like 1,000 kilometers. This one though, it's a big wind down. It's, you know, what is said to be believed, it's like 300,000. But yeah, like just looking at the interior, it's all, you know, like for 300,000 we're expecting a lot of grime and shit. Someone's been in this a long time at 300,000. It just doesn't really look like it. Aircon works. Someone's put in a nice Android head unit. We got Bluetooth. USB. It runs perfectly. Aircon's nice. So I'm thinking this could be a possible situation like it was when we were selling the Commodore, and I believe there was another car. I think it's the car history report software that we have a Macca's chip down there. I'm not sure how, but some reason a lot of cars get pulled up, pardon me, for odometer possible windbacks. Now they don't say it is wound back, they just say that they can't verify that it hasn't been wound back. So, but they do have to disclose the fact that it potentially has been wound back. I'm really liking this this head unit. It's really nice. Anyway, so we'll open the bonnet. It could just be that someone has done a really good job cleaning the interior. Now the thing that is lending credibility to maybe the 300,000K thing is correct is we do have the clear coat peeling on this tub. The tub inside does look well used. Yeah, so this engine bay does not look like 300,000 Ks. Like, yeah, this can all be cleaned, this can all be cleaned. It does actually have a little bit of residue on it. But like, looking down here, the heat shielding for the turbo is brand new. This engine still looks brand new. We'll turn it off. Just simple things like, alright, so if this has had 300,000 kilometers, you know, this fan here, that should be caked in dust from 300,000 kilometers of wear, and it's not. Like, I can't even make a mark in it. So yeah, to me this car does not look like it's actually had 300,000 Ks. Like the battery, that could have been replaced. Have a look at what's the airbox look like. Yeah, see, like in here, normally this gets, you know, very dusty over time, especially with that kind of driving. This is somewhere that people don't clean, and it's looking fine. Let's check under the filter. A little bit dirtier, but that's not the filtered side. But yes, downsides with this car though, I mean the tires look new, is this tub with the clear coat. We've got a couple of dings in the back, which you would have seen. But it could be, you know, like how much is the rear tub? If we have that kind of budget to work with, you know, we could look at just getting a new tub, or even just a new lid, but then we got the dings. But yeah, so to me this just seems like a little bit of a diamond in the rough, because it's got a bad listing and everything else in the car is saying it doesn't look like it's done 300,000 Ks. You still see all the marks from when it was new. Yeah, anyway, let me know what you think. I think this car hasn't had 300,000 Ks. Like, I know people are good at cleaning cars, but there's certain things like that heat shielding. Over time, with 300,000 Ks of heat cycles, that starts to get brown and yellowed. It's not still nice, polished stainless steel. You know, stuff like, you know, this cover you can clean and make look nice, but then again, like stuff like the fan, and yeah, it's just a lot of things that look like, no, I think this does have 86,000 Ks. We don't know, we'll see. Again, this does also have a reserve on it, so One thing that I'm just noticing though, these headlights look like they got wrecker writing on them, and so does this one. Yeah, nothing else looks to be replaced. And we've got all our clips in the front grille. Yeah, not too sure, but this one I think could potentially be a good buy, a very good buy.